Hi gems, welcome back to my channel. My name is tawanantoinette. Today we're going to do a career and finances reading. It can resonate for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node placements. All the information that you need from me, including how to book a reading, is in the description. And with that said, let's start. This is going to be a general reading, so it may not resonate for every single person. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it to be your story. Book a personal reading for your specific circumstances, or you can check your other placements, or you can visit another person's YouTube channel because there are many amazing readers on YouTube. So with that said, let's get started. Today we're doing a horseshoe spread. So I've already pulled the cards. The past position, we have the Fool. So you started something new. You started a new position, a new job, a new thing. Feels new to me. Clarify the Fool. Feels like you took a risk and you're like, I'm gonna do it. Let's see how this turns out. And you've been doing something ever since. So, Fools clarified by the King of Wands. Maybe you've even achieved something since then in that role. But I feel like you started a new role. All right. So the present is a Page of Swords. You're learning a lot. I feel like not only are you learning a lot in this role, but in this environment, it's like learning about people, learning about things, learning about a particular industry. But I feel like you're in the like absorbing the lesson stage of your career right now. Clarify the Page of Swords, or in this particular role that you're in right now. Clarify the Page of Swords. Maybe you're even learning, like, do I even like this job? Is this something that I want to continue to do? You know, I just feel like it's like like you're a sponge right now in your career. Clarify the Page of Swords. Yeah, so I knew I was right. So the Three of Pentacles talks about a workplace scenario. So you're learning as much as possible in the workplace. This can even look like let's just say, like some of you, this may be your first job, first corporate job, first professional job, because I'm not feeling business ownership here. Some of you could be entrepreneurs, but I feel like most of you are actually in a workplace environment where you work with other people. But yeah, you're in the sponge phase of your career right now, learning about others, learning about an industry, learning about yourself, and learning where you actually want to go. Clarify in the future position, we have the Page of Wands. So I feel like there's a fire burning inside of you. I wonder if you guys can hear that sound. My windows are open. All right. In the future, I think those are cicadas, but I thought they were all gone by now. Anyway, in the future position, the Page of Wands is there. So there may be some kind of idea, some kind of thing that I feel like is like brewing inside of you for you to do. Clarify the Page of Wands. The thing with the Page of Wands is that he has inspiration and he has an idea, but he has not actioned it yet. The challenge is to like trust his intuition, his or her, obviously, or trust your intuition and to go with the ideas that you have, and to get the experience, because obviously having an idea and actioning an idea are two different things. So this page knows that they have like potential. They know that they have this abundant thing, this thing that may be something like an idea. It may be a creative project, it may be a creative idea that you have, but you actually haven't done the work yet. So I feel like you're like getting clearer, and based on the experience of like your working environment, I feel like that's kind of what you need to show you like where you actually want to go, you know? Sometimes we don't know what we want yet until we experience some things or talk to some people or stuff like that. People can like nudge us into one direction, nudge us into another direction that we didn't see for ourselves. So yeah, feel like you'll be motivated to take action though on something that you are like, something that you have some kind of inspiration to do in the future. So the inspiration is there and you're going to be working on the action, or willing yourself to get up to the point that you're committing to the action of this thing. We have the Lovers, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like it's almost like you feel like there's a choice that you're going to have to make soon in your career to leave something behind to pursue something else. So it could be you're making a choice to leave behind a job or a workplace to pursue something that you're actually passionate about. All right, so the advice is Spirit is saying do it. Do it, Gemini. Is like whatever ideas you're having right now, the energy right now is supporting you to do it. Clarify the Chariot. The Chariot talks about moving full speed ahead. And once the Emperor, because this is the Emperor in the Chariot, once he starts this Chariot, he does not stop until he gets to his destination. So that's the same advice to you. I feel like you're going to have to make a decision and actually commit to doing something and like not stopping, not, you know. It feels like you're going to have to make a decision that you can't, like, once you do this, there's no going back. And maybe that's why you've been taking your time to make that decision. Also, if you are going to take this advice from this reading and move forward with some kind of idea in the future, I feel like it's important to tell you to make sure that you are very, very wise with your spending. Make sure that you're planning, make sure that you're saving, because I feel like it's going to be really important to have like a buffer or something that you can rely on. Let's just say you make a decision to leave a job or whatever, like make sure you have some kind of savings or something so you're not just out here without the resources that you need. Because the Four of Pentacles talks about saving, budgeting, being possibly even frugal with your resources. In this case, I think it's money. So in the outside influences, we have the Eight of Swords. So let's clarify, why is the Eight of Swords here? The Eight of Swords is here because of the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Okay, here's the thing. Some of you may go through this period where when you're going through these changes, you're going through this period where you're in your head and it's almost like you're trapped in your thoughts. And I don't know what you'll be telling yourself, but I don't think it's empowering thoughts. So this can look like anxiety. It can look like limiting self-beliefs. It can look like you struggling to get out of your own, just like worrying about where am I going? I feel like something will develop slowly and you will develop slowly in something because you're building something for yourself. Also, if you're trying to pursue something new, I feel like it may not go as fast as you would like. Also, the people around you may not be able to see a specific vision that you have. So all these things may make it more difficult for you to achieve what you're actually setting out to achieve. What's going to help is keeping some of your plans to yourself, because obviously people share from the perspective of what they think they're able to do. So even if they love you, your family and your friends, sometimes in their way, they're trying to protect you by telling you things that they think they're able to do. So if they think they can or cannot accomplish something, that's the advice that they're going to give you. You want to climb Mount Everest, they don't see you training. They don't see all the time you've put into the research into Mount Everest, but they're thinking of, oh my God, Mount Everest is so dangerous. I couldn't do that. How is she going to do that? So they're going to try to dissuade you from doing that thing because they're just talking from their perspective. So I feel like when you objectively look at how people operate, just the psychology of how people behave, it will help you to get over these limiting beliefs like, oh, I'm not gonna make it, I'm gonna fail, I can't do this, this is not for me, blah blah blah. Yeah, those are just tell yourself more empowering things. And of course it's normal to feel fear and tell yourself, oh my God, is this for me or whatever. But when you see yourself taking on those thought habits, just make sure that you're trying or you're making an attempt to snap out of it and say something empowering like, I can do anything I can achieve anything I want to achieve, or you know, like the force of my ancestors are with me. I can accomplish anything I'd like to accomplish with their help in this lifetime. Just affirmations that will get you out of this limiting like thing, like feeling trapped, but you're really just trapped in your own mind. So in the obstacle position, we have this Queen of Swords. Let's see, clarify the Queen of Swords. This could be someone who you actually work with. Feel like someone who you're around. Who is the Queen of Swords? It could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, it feels like someone who you're... What's the Five of Swords? Clarify the Five of Swords. All right, feels like you're moving away from someone around you or whatever you... Let's just say this person's in the workplace, right? And something like this also came up in the... I think it was the Libra or the Aquarius reading. So if you have those in your chart, go check those readings out. But when you're moving on from people, it can sometimes be hard because these are the people who you're familiar with and you're closest with, and they're your comfort zone. And so sometimes when we have comfort zones, we're just like, oh, I've invested this much here and I've invested this much in these people, and these people are cool and these people are nice. So why not just stay where I am? I feel like that's what this card is talking about. You've developed certain attachments to people, work, colleagues, friends, whatever, and it may make this transition away from wherever you want to transition from harder than it actually is, just because you formed bonds and attachments. But the advice here is to think about this logically instead of emotionally. Everybody is trying to follow their own calling and their own path in this lifetime. You can't make decisions based on who you're gonna leave behind or people who you love. I mean, you'll always have those people, whether you're not seeing them every single day anymore, you still have the opportunity to have them in your life. So don't make decisions based on those kind of things. Make decisions based on strategy. All right, final outcome of your career, we have the Four of Swords and the Handman. So this is an interesting duo because the Four of Swords talks about healing, and in a career reading, the Hangman talks about an in-between period. It could talk about doing something temporarily while you figure out where you actually want to be, or it could be doing a job in limbo. So maybe this job, you're doing it temporarily. This is your in transition job. This is your I'm in a limbo job until I figure out what I actually want to do. Or maybe the next thing that you're doing, you're going to be doing it while you're in this transition or in this limbo until you've healed and you've figured out what direction you ultimately want to take yourself. So let me clarify this. Clarify the Hangman and the Four of Swords. Yeah, it may be a little bit challenging because obviously transitionary periods are uncomfortable for us. Like, we're out of one place but not fully in one place. So if something is temporary, as a matter of fact, I'll go as far as to say expect something to be a little bit uncomfortable, right? Like, transitions are uncomfortable. There's no way around it. So if you're making a career transition, I feel like telling you that you may have to do a couple things in limbo while things smooth out for you, while you figure out what way you want to go, things like that. But it's temporary. So let's get some pulls from the Messenger Oracle deck. What's the final advice for Geminis? What's the final advice for Geminis, please, in their career and finances? Okay. Two more. One more. All right, there we go. So the first card that basically jumped out was seek the lesson. So I feel like, all right, so this card comes out when there are things that happen that are not necessarily favorable, right? Or we think they're not favorable just from our limited perspective, because we really don't know why the universe orchestrates certain things for us. So your challenge is going to be finding the lessons in all of the things that you're going through. Always question, what can I learn from this? What is this trying to teach me? I feel like having a perspective of going through life thinking, what can this teach me, is super empowering and enables us to feel like things are happening for us and not to us. The next card is have courage. So you'll be taking some steps that they'll need courage. No one can do this but you. So I feel like you can do this though. And the third card is need and necessity. So this card comes up because it brings awareness to, what do we need right now? You know, like, what do you need? If you need it, get it. If you don't need it, avoid it. I feel like it's going to be really important for you to save and strategize. Also, yeah, saving and strategizing. Also, being real with yourself about where you are in your career and being 100% truthful of, am I happy? Do I need to make a change? If so, make the change. If you are happy, fine. By all means, leave things as they are. So with that said, Geminis, I will leave you here. I hope this reading helped you. If it did, remember to drop a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you know when new readings are out. I'll see you next time. Remember to follow me on social media so you can keep up with me when I'm not on YouTube. Bye.